Welcome back, everyone. Um, I suppose I come at you this evening with a little bit of a heavy heart, um, because last week we had to put down Hades, our cat. We had to bring him to the vet on Saturday and say our last goodbye. And yeah, very difficult. Um, I was working on Friday, just finished up work, and heard him kind of outside. Hades was an indoor-outdoor cat, and I heard him kind of crying, and unusually so. Normally he kind of cries for attention when someone comes home, but this was a little bit different. So it's like, oh, that's odd. But other people were home, other people were outside, so I just finished up work, and Orla's mum came across to me and asked, did I hear anything? And straight away I knew, like, okay, like, you're asking me questions about hearing stuff. It's obviously to do with Hades. There's a question about something unusual. I heard an unusual noise, so it's obviously to do with him. Um, so Orla's dad came home and he was crying, kind of giving out and stuff, and he was brought to the vet then straight away to see what was up, and his his pelvis was fractured. His back legs were both fractured. Um, so the vet reckoned he'd been hit by a car, and he got some pain medication. Um, I was shopping at the time. I got the phone call, and yeah, he was 14, so you know it, it's fairly traumatic for a cat to be hurt like that. But because he was so old, the likelihood of surgery being successful was very unlikely. So the vet suggested that it was time to let him go. Um, so he got some pain relief, um, to the point where he basically didn't feel any pain. Um, and then we brought him home for his last evening. Um, the following morning, so he had a restful night. Luckily, um, the pain medication was fantastic. He got to lie in front of the fire. We put a fire on for him. Um, he got to lie and rest and got a full can of tuna to himself, basically. Um, and yeah, the following morning we had to say goodbye to him. Um, so yeah, very sad, and not a great way to start the episode. I understand, but um, I suppose the week that followed um, wasn't easy. Um, it was always going to be difficult, and then work kind of made it a little bit harder as well. Yeah, work was challenging this week. So that's the doom and gloom. Jesus, I'm gonna turn this episode off. I don't want to listen to this. It's all doom and gloom. No, hopefully not. By the end of the episode, if you decide to stick around, there will be some positivity and maybe a small kind of revelation. But look, let's talk to Mary first, and then we'll get into that.
Aho!
Yeah, if you remember the last episode, Owen's a bit of a helpless case. Sure. Um, I thought I was gonna get a choice there, but yeah, let's do it. So, um, oh my god, so I have to tame it and bring it to her first. Right. well, that's a while off. Missing pages, I don't fancy going on a kind of treasure hunt quest. I was thinking we would try Tame Styra this episode and maybe name it Hades. And then from there, I think we can clear the boulder, which means we can get Granny to Dapplewood. And hopefully, we'll find an area where more dandelions grow. And yeah, look, we'll see where this episode takes us. Let's make sure I don't. So we need to get the juicy popping, I think, for the Styra. So let's head home and do that while I talk. So I will probably get distracted. I will probably digress. But there is a point to the story and the thinking that I'm about to go through with you guys. And in relation to this channel, I've been thinking about setting up a Minecraft Forever World for a while now. I think it was good to start with Little Kitty Big City because it's a finite game. You know, there's X amount to do, and it kind of puts some goalposts on it for me where, you know, I get 8 episodes, I finish that series, and then, you know, go after the next one. With Minecraft, it's in theory infinite. So I've been not reluctant, but definitely a little intimidated about starting a Minecraft series on the channel because, you know, I think anyone who's played Minecraft before understands the 2-week Minecraft period where you might get a rush of inspiration and a real kind of hunger to play Minecraft, and then 2 weeks later it burns out. And I don't want to be essentially forcing myself to play Minecraft for the sake of a series on YouTube that I just don't have the heart to play. You know, like, part of this YouTube channel is, you know, a goal of mine is to grow the channel. It is to try and make this channel successful. But that is certainly a secondary goal. I want to enjoy myself. I want to enjoy the process. I want to enjoy the games that I play, and I just happen to be recording and talking out loud. They're almost two separate things where I'm playing video games while making a podcast, essentially, is my approach. So, a little bit intimidated, for sure, about setting up a Minecraft Forever World. And, you know, I think I'm almost ready to start one. Very much like the channel. Let's just start small and build it. You know, I'm thinking, I've watched some Forever Worlds before where, you know, these guys like B00, I want to give a shout out to B-Dubs. Watched him from a young age. You know, B-Dubs makes some incredible stuff, and I'm like, oh, if I want mine to work, I better do the same, you know. I'm just positioning ourselves here to get set up for the Styra, which I'm imagining is going to be a herd animal, so maybe we could have just put it in beside Layla or Lucky, but look, there's no harm expanding the farm. Because we're gonna need, you know, feeding troughs and fences anyway down the line, so it's not a waste of money. So yeah, just start small, you know, like the Forever World. It doesn't have to be an infinite kind of series where, you know, oh, this is episode 283. I was thinking I might approach it in such a way where it has like seasons. Because what I want to do with my Forever World is I have some inspiration for my Forever Worlds, basically. I've been thinking a lot about it. Oh, I have enough, do I? Where does it tell me how many I have left? Oh, one short. Damn. Oh well. I think I can close this off here, and if not, what I'll do is I'll put our Styra in here with Lucky and just make the area bigger. And that way we'll essentially give ourselves more fences to build, and it gives us a little bit of time to kind of actually set ourselves up, because I know this area up here is actually for expansion, so we need to keep this area clear. But let's set ourselves a goal. Actually, do you know what? I have exactly enough, because if I do this, then mouse wheel, yep. Now, yeah, see, I got some red there, so I'm imagining that's not gonna be happy. But look, we'll try. If not, we'll break this fence and put an L bracket in here, and we'll be happy out then. Large dreamstone for our little Styra. Kind of narrow, long and narrow, but look, it's the best we can do for now. Hopefully our crops will grow, make some more money, buy more fences. Happy days. So I have some inspiration for the Minecraft River world, where some will be personal builds. It'll very much be, oh wow, look at this desert, it reminds me of, you know, Tatooine, and I go and build something from Star Wars, you know, maybe a crashed Star Destroyer, like in Episode 7. Stuff like that. But I definitely have some inspirations, and some of those are from Aragon, which we spoke about last week. Some of them are from A Cart in Thorns and Roses series, which I've been meaning to talk about with you guys. It's another book series I've been reading, quite popular at the moment, I think, by Sarah J. Maas. Vox Machina, so that's based on Critical Role. It's a Dungeons and Dragons series. The TV show on Prime is called Vox Machina. I think there's 2 seasons at the moment, and some of the worlds, it's an animated show, and some of the worlds are very, very impressive and cool. So, I'm gonna make a fool of myself now, trying to tame our friend here. No, I think the second one was too big. Okay, we're doing it, guys. Changing the angle up on me. First try. Oh no. I forgot about this soothingness bit. Probably too excited now. Yeah, far too excited. Okay, soothe. Oh man. Okay, so maybe one more soothe. Please don't be too much. Oh, and then in theory, a juicy poppin'. Oh man, you're joking me. I thought that was gonna bounce up way more. Okay, last cast. Please be enough. I jumped the gun. I got too excited to befriend him. I don't think it's gonna be enough. Oh. So it's definitely not what's the word? Like linear, I guess. You know, like the first pop-in brought us from like here to here, and then the next pop-in brought us from here to there. It jumped massive. I thought just getting it in the green would be good enough. I think we need to get it in here, do we? So, or maybe I just have to feed him, and I don't have any food on me. Right. Well, there's only one option here, so. Nuts. Nuts, nuts, nuts. Oh, that's so frustrating. Sorry guys, I got ahead of myself and befriended him too quickly. I should have soothed and then befriended. Look, we learn. win or learn. Um, so yeah, in terms of the Forever World, season 1 might be setting up and building the summer court from a Court of Thorns and Roses. A relatively small build with, you know, that could be our base, you know. And then season 2 could be, you know, building something from Vox Machina or Aragon, you know, stuff like that. So I think that's the way I'm gonna do it. Is I'm gonna certainly keep the Forever World. Obviously, it's supposed to be kind of infinite, or not bookended. But I want to put some brackets on it to say this is season 1, where I, you know, start at spawn, and by the end of the season, we've built the summer court, for example. Let's see what Pippin has to say, because it looks like we're getting another quest. I guess I'm still finding my place. Yeah, sure. Straight to the jugular. Oh, this man again, man. Owen Servant, man. Please run them over. Yes, please. I need a poppin'. Oh, I just have enough for one. Oh, man. Well, that's unfortunate. We're just gonna need to grow some crops, buy some poppins, and then get our styra. But look, learned a valuable lesson. It's like your exams in school. Make sure you read the question before you jump into it. I got too excited and yeah, overzealous. So yeah, that's my plan. Eventually, at some stage, you know, maybe in parallel, I have been thinking about doing 2 episodes a week for the channel, different series. So, you know, Monday might be Paleo Pines and Wednesday might be Minecraft, for example. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking anyway. And I suppose there's a few minor kind of considerations or bridges, not bridges per se, gates, I suppose maybe is what you'd call them, where I have to decide if I want to do a Bedrock series, or whatever it's called now, Minecraft for Windows, or a Java series. I have both. Java is what I would have started out on. I know it's useful for doing like Feed the Beast, just mods in general. You have a lot more kind of control over texture packs and stuff like that. My fear with that is that I will do a modded series and then my texture pack won't get updated. You know, Minecraft gets updated, the modder or the texture pack doesn't get updated, and all of a sudden there's a spanner in the works for my world. You know, I have this amazing build in Feed the Beast, but all my machines don't work because the mod pack wasn't updated, for example. So that's a little bit of a concern for me, for sure. Confirm. Oh, I have tons of poppins, crunchy poppins. I wish I could sell them. Maybe I can sell them to a gammy. Watch your tone, big man. Alright. With Bedrock, it's not the way I would have traditionally done it, I guess. If I was doing my series years ago, I would have went straight into Java. I wouldn't even thought about Bedrock. But all my family members have Bedrock. That's what we play on our family servers together. Is this wise? What's the individual? 7. So I'm selling them for 30 and they cost hundreds to buy. I think I'm trying to force this. I think I'm trying to force this, and it's not the best strategy. I think I should go to bed, grow my crops, and sell those instead of just trying to, you know, force the styro team prematurely. I made a mistake. I need to own it, and if that means another episode where not a whole lot is achieved, then so be it. The main point of this episode is to talk anyway. So, yeah, a little bit of thinking there. There's certain mods that I would like to get, just quality of life. You know, there's some for lighting. You know, when you hold a torch in your hand, for example, it lights up the area. If I die, my inventory, it's not keep inventory, but it's there isn't a race to get back to the area. You know, I don't want to be 20 episodes in, diamond armor, and then I lose all that, and it's like, oh, I really hoped to build something today, but actually we need to go mining because I lost all my diamond armor. Some people see that as like inauthentic, like that's part of the game, like you're not supposed to die. Like, you know, a lot of guys, a lot of series that are popular at the moment is Minecraft Hardcore, where, you know, these absolute wizards build amazing things on hardcore mode. So not only are they like making crazy stuff out of obsidian and like diamond blocks, they're in hardcore. You know, I want to give myself a break. I want to take it easy. I want, as I said, I want to enjoy myself. I feel like if I did hardcore, I would die on the first day, and that would be the series over. Episode 1. Yeah, we managed to get a wooden house and a furnace, and then I died. So, you know, that's maybe something we can do in the future is hardcore. But I do want to just take it easy and kind of enjoy it. So some quality of life mods, I definitely want to include those. And I feel with Bedrock, it's a lot easier to do that because you're paying for the mods. I kind of, well, I do and I don't. I was gonna say I disagree with that, but you know, the modders, I'm assuming the modders get some of that money, so it's good in a way. But you know, on Java, you can just mod for free, so it's kind of, you know, it is what it is, I guess. But because you've paid for the mods, in theory, every time Minecraft is updated, the mods will be too, and there's never going to be kind of, you know, a corrupted world file, or, you know, I have to kind of like reload my world from 7 backups ago. So yeah, that's something for me to think about and ultimately decide on what path to take. Like, there's a third approach there where it's just like, you know, just do it, just get stuck in about it and just start. Worry about the details later and cross the bridge, you know, when you get to it. So yeah, I have been thinking about this for a little while. And look, we'll see what the coming weeks bring. So last week we spoke about Aragon, and just that's the book I'm reading at the moment and why I appreciate that world. And something I didn't touch on about the magic is they have essentially like magic batteries, and these batteries are precious stones. So throughout the series, some of the swords, their pommels, are like precious jewels, so like rubies or sapphires. And what the dragon riders can do is 33 carats. Yeah, let's bump this up a little bit. We've tons, so let's get 200 worth. Confirm. And then, yeah, see, we're only getting 4 per carat. What are we? 490. So if I do 110, doesn't leave us with a lot, but it's good enough. Carrots are easy to grow anyway. Yeah, no worries, mate. Can I leave? Yeah. In fairness, he's not been wrong. You know, he'll be back. Self-fulfilling prophecy. The only person I can sell to is him, so of course I'm gonna be back. Trade. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for good luck. Good luck and insurance, in case I make a blunder of it again. But in Aragon, anyway, they have what I'm gonna use the word battery. So you know, a battery is something that you charge up. You know, a power bank, for example, you plug it in, electricity goes in, it gets stored as chemical energy, and that can be converted back into electrical energy. You know, that's what a battery is. Essentially, that's what Aragon and some of the other magical people can do in the series is... Hello, friend. Come on. Oh, I've got a knack for this now. Right. I almost did it again. Let's soothe. And then... Oh, we might get away with this. Ooh. So, they like juicy. So let's go with juicy. Juicy carrot. I hope it's not too much. Oh man, you're joking me. Oh man, and we only have 5 carrots. I should have saved the carrots. I wonder. This might be a fumble. Oh my, that's so close. Right. Maybe I'm misunderstanding this actually. Maybe it's befriend when it's in the green. Maybe I have to give it a juicy poppin' when it's in the green area. Okay, let's try another carrot. I'm just conscious of using all our juicy poppins because I would like to get more than 1 styra, you know. Oh, so close. Okay, 1 more carrot should be good enough. Or maybe a potato so it doesn't go up as much. So many thoughts all at once. Please don't be too much. Oh, look at that, boys. Now, this should work, right? Excellent. Very good. And in honor of my boy, who we had to say goodbye to, we're gonna call our little styra here Hades. Oh, here he is now. Let's see what he has to say. Cool. So, no, that's not what I want. Follow me, so... Cool, cool. Let's go, friend. Let's try get a nice thumbnail. Oh, I've only just noticed that the frill is actually got a different pattern on it. So I wonder if this guy over here is rarer. He's got like a mad pattern on his frill. Yeah, because this light colored one has the same pattern as our friend here. So interesting, interesting. I wonder if more spawn, or if we can just like tame all 5 of them and bring them all home. Like, be interesting to find out. Hopefully, like I don't really want to do that. I like to see them roaming around free, you know. So now this is the moment of truth. You coming in, bud? Lucky, I need you to go home, love. Oops. Lucky would love more pen mates. Alright. Well, in that case... You know, why are we making this difficult, you know? Let's give the people what they want. And rotate this. Boom. And then everyone, if you would like to follow me in here, please. So Lucky, I need you to wait here, love. Just so I can talk to Hades for a sec. Three. Hades has a new home, and Hades... 3 cops need watering, okay. Hades has a pen, has a large dreamstone, has food, and has a clean pen. Uncommon. Okay, great. Yeah, and Lucky's ultra rare. Let's see what Layla is just out of... Yeah, so Layla's common, okay. Level 1. So, alright, cool. Oh, but I won't be able to... That's right. So I was actually going to clear this boulder here, but we're not going to be able to just yet. So, well, we're here. We've achieved, look at that, 32 minutes in, and we've achieved our goal for the episode. Great. Oh, journal. Cool. So, Herbivore likes Juicy. Hades would love more pen mates. Okay, love. Let's see if we can do a friend call. Yep. No? Alright, love. I just maybe because we've already done it today. You know, technically we've already done that. Say hello to Layla. Make sure we're all happy. We might give her a crunchy poppin' as well, since she's so good. Yeah, so back to Aragon, and hopefully onto a card of Thorn and Roses as well. So the point of all this, brilliant, happy days, is that the Dragon Riders can store energy. You know, when they're sitting beside a campfire, they will take some of their energy from their bodies, their biological energy, and store it inside a precious gem for when they might need it in battle. So you might accumulate this energy over, you know, weeks, years, and then drain it in an instant during a fight. It's extremely powerful in this universe. In Sarah J. Maas, her universe of Prithia and A Court of Thorns and Roses, there's a similar kind of system where some of the higher Fae have siphons, and my understanding of the siphons is the same principle. They're precious gems. Some like glow red. I think all of them glow red actually. Um, they're contained within armor, and they are used to basically as a shield, like a force field, if you like, to protect the wearer from harm. Um, they can be used for other things too, but um, during combat you see them being used as shields, and they're basically just reserves of energy. Um, and I suppose, you know, like trees, like that, it's just essentially a battery. That's why I'm using this word battery. You know, trees. You hear trees being called carbon traps, or peat bogs are called carbon traps as well. And you know, trees are essentially batteries. If a power bank is a battery that gives us electricity, a tree is a power bank that gives us carbon or fuel for fire. Essentially, that's why trees burn. It's why woods catch fire. Is because when trees are alive, they take in CO2, so carbon and two oxygen. They break that down and they store it as carbon. It's why trees grow. They grow outwards and upwards. You know, the rings of a tree, but that's just carbon. You know, it's a carbon-based life form. If you've heard that term before, we are carbon-based life forms too. We use chemical energy, which is food. So you know, the sun gives heat energy and radiation, which is also a form of energy. Um, I find this pond a little bit iffy to get in and fill the watering can, but c'est la vie. Um, the sun's energy is stored by plants, and then animals eat plants to get their energy. So you know, plants are essentially little batteries for humans. Um, it's really interesting, and you know, I've been thinking a lot about life. I've been thinking a lot about death, just because of what happened to Hades, and you know, in a way, like he's not fully gone. Like his physical form is gone. His battery is gone. Hades used to eat. Well, Hades used to eat a lot of things. He would sit at our kitchen table and he would beg for eggs and sausages quite a lot. But he'd catch mice outside as well, and that's just his battery. That's his engine, you know, requiring fuel. And his physical form is gone. You know, we got him cremated. We got his ashes back on Thursday. Um, you know, his physical form, I suppose, in a way, is still here in this plane of existence, if you want to call it that. But his spirit, you could argue, is no longer with us. And I'm not a hugely religious person. Um, I think I kind of, grown up, really kind of struggled with spirituality and religion. Um, being Scottish, you know, religion has had quite a negative effect on my country. I live in Ireland. The Catholic Church has huge history here. Um, you know, some of it not very good. And it's kind of taken me a while to realize I'm a very spiritual person. I'm not religious, but I am very spiritual. And to tie this episode together, all this chat, you know, Hades' spirit lives on, and I'm not kind of talking about, you know, he's there in the wind, or you know, he's up above us looking down. I remember Hades. I know what Hades was like. I have memories of him. So does my family, and we will for a very long time. Um, I suppose the gift of smartphones and the internet. He's on Instagram. He's essentially immortalized in the online world, and here I am in a YouTube video talking about him. So there's another way that he's been essentially, you know, immortalized. I'm reluctant to use immortalized because, you know, nothing's forever. Like, you could say, right, okay, Instagram, YouTube, they last a billion years. Yeah, but, you know, the sun's gonna blow up eventually. The sun will suffer heat death, and the universe will suffer heat death, and all knowledge and memory of Hades will disappear. All memory of me will disappear. But until that day, you know, Hades is still here in a way because I remember him, and I look back fondly with the memories of Hades. Um, I spoke about it in Little Kitty, Big City. He's, oh man, talk about a distraction. We're at 41 minutes. Oh, okay, we're gonna go back to base. We're gonna get our lucky... Sorry, no we're not. We're gonna get our juicy poppins, and we're gonna try to get this guy because he's class. And if he's despawned when we get back, then that's just a sign that it wasn't meant for this episode. Oh man, talk about a distraction. I've completely forgot what I was saying. And it was super important. 2 poppins and a dream. Some carrots. Bring some spuds just in case. How's Lucky doing stamina? She's okay. Right, let's roll. Hades lives on through me, and I look back on my memories with Hades very fondly. And I said in my Little Kitty Big City series that, you know, Hades is the reason I have my cats. Whoops, no, big one. Okay. Well, would you look at that? The only problem now is I don't know what to call it. Actually, I do. I have a great name. This one is for Athena, who I dedicated Little Kitty Big City to. And I think it's appropriate that Hades and Athena were both black cats. And, you know, we've lost them kind of in quick succession. And I think it's nice that they're both the same species and they get to live on in this series as well as Little Kitty Big City. So I'm gonna call her Athena. She's beautiful. Her colors are really cool. I normally don't like oh no. I'm just trying to study you, love. So she needs a pen. Oh, I don't have a dreamstone. Mistakes were made, guys. Okay. Let's just get her home, and then we can start that next episode. Follow me. Yeah, you know, the reason I have my 6 cats, who bring me such joy, you know, I didn't know I could love something as much as I love my cats. And it's not, I don't say that like, oh, I love them this much. you know, like with my arms out wide. It isn't a measure of, oh, I do big love compared to small love before. It's just um, it's just a different kind of love, and it's really hard for me to kind of put into words. I just know I'll absolutely love them. And before I met Hades, I would have said I didn't like cats. um, I would have, you know, kind of fallen in line with stereotypes that, oh, cats are selfish, and oh, cats don't have owners, you know, they own you, and all this kind of nonsense. I've had dogs my whole life. Dogs are amazing, and I love the kind of codependence, the historical codependence that humans. Oh, please don't tell me it's that festival. Oh, lads, what a disaster. I just wanted to get a dreamstone for my dinosaur, like, you know? It's all coming apart at the seams. Something had to go wrong, guys. Something had to go wrong. I couldn't tame 2 dinosaurs in one episode and not have something go wrong. Like, that's just not my style, like, you know? Um, hello, little friend. Can I just get in here for a second to try? No, I can't. Okay. Well, yeah, it wouldn't be me if it wasn't, you know, a little bit of chaos. But look, that just gives us something to do in the next episode, right? Yeah, look, I've said it, I think 3 times now. I keep getting distracted. Um, Hades was a grumpy old cat. He lived with just a single owner before we got him. He wasn't very affectionate because he wasn't given a lot of affection, and that's not like in a bad way. It's not like he was neglected. The person who had him before just didn't have time, and I suppose, did I just wake you up, Hades? I'm sorry, bud. I suppose he came to us not knowing affection, or as much affection as we were giving him, and he didn't like it. He was a grumpy old boy. He didn't get on with the dogs. Poor old Woody was afraid to walk past them. Hades would stand in the doorway and wait for Woody to walk past them. Like, go on, just, you know, I'm not gonna touch you. Just walk past me, man. And the instant that Woody took a step forward, Hades would attack him, you know? But that was 7 years ago. And since then, he became the most... He was just a centerpiece in our family. He was part of the garden. He was part of the living room. He was a pillar in our family. An old guard, if you like. A veteran. And he was getting old. His skin was deteriorating, you know. He was diagnosed with skin cancer, so he didn't have a lot left to give us. We couldn't have asked for a better cat. And just by being himself, he opened up my heart to cats, and just, I suppose, on a deeper level, kind of challenging things that I'd been taught. I always grew up thinking cats were bad. Oh, if I sleep, I've missed the bloody thing. Oh, lads, I'm so sorry. Look, we'll get it next year. There's always next year. You know, growing up, I was kind of taught that cats aren't good, and he challenged that. He challenged my perception, and it kind of gave me a kick up the arse to ask, you know, what else is out there? Let's start questioning things more. And yeah, that's maybe a little bit too deep, but to finish up, I suppose, Hades was a very good boy. He made our hearts bigger, and he will be very dearly missed. And I suppose, you know, this one goes out to you, bud. a grumpy old man. I'm glad that you're at peace now. You've returned to the underworld, and I've dedicated this episode to you. But in my Minecraft Forever world, I have some plans in the works to give him a proper memorial. Memorial. Um, so look, another long one this evening. But thanks for listening, guys, and give your pets a love this evening. And if you don't have any pets, if you see a stray dog on the street or a stray cat or even a mouse in your cupboard, give it that little bit extra compassion and give it the benefit of the doubt. Um, we are infinitely more intelligent than some species on this earth, depending on your definition of intelligence, and we should use that intelligence to guard and safekeep those in need and those weaker or more sensitive than us. The world can be a very harsh place, and if you just take a couple of minutes out of your day to care for the small mouse in your garden or the butterflies around your flowers or even the spider in the corner of your room, I'd be very grateful. So, yeah, thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you soon.